Hey guys, Mark here. I am in Kananaskis, not really the south. My jacket, I just left it. There it goes. I left it on the roof of the car. It's so light that I should have known better. Anyway, I am at in the Jumping Pound area. This particular trailhead is called Dawson. I've never actually parked here before and done a hike. Okay, I'm in the red one, and I want to do, it's not top snow. I want to do Cox Hill. Let's see, map 7. All right. Here we go. Dawson. Cox Hill. Now, the reason I've decided to go and do this is because probably a week ago, someone posted it on Facebook. Facebook groups like Hike Alberta and that, they're wonderful for figuring out snow levels, right? Like if something is doable this time of year or not. Still got to do your own research and make sure that there's no AVI danger, that sort of thing, right? And I don't believe there is on this one. But yeah, I mean, just because someone posts something on Facebook doesn't mean that it wasn't stupid of them to do it. And you always have to consider that their experience level could be higher than yours and all these things, right? But yeah, in this case, I think it'll be okay. All right, not many people out here. Gentleman in this car walked down the trail there. I didn't see a weapon, but he looked like he was going out hunting. He had quite the backpack with him. All right, let's roll. Pretty sure this is the trail. Right now it just goes down to a campground. Well, a second purpose of coming out here is to check out just what's happening in the mountains. And I mean, this is the foothills, and look at how much snow is still left. I mean, it's not even May yet, but yeah, there's a lot of snow. Okay, I am already back in the parking lot. So I saw that guy walking down there, and then you go down and it just walks down and then nothing happens. Came back up. There's a walking trail over there. So I don't know where that dude went. Be careful about following people, right? You don't know what they're doing, what they're up to. Okay, now we're talking. So right off the hop, that's a different trail. I'm going down here, Cox Hill. Okay, right away you come down to this. Jill says there's a bridge here, but apparently not. And look, it actually gets kind of deep too. All right, I think I can probably hop across this without getting my feet wet. All right, success. I didn't bring water shoes. I didn't realize there was any crossing. I mean, Kananaskis Trail guide says there's a bridge, but it's also getting a little outdated, right? She's actually putting out new additions right away. So that's where I just came from. I have a funny feeling that I went the equestrian way, and actually there is a bridge, but it's down here. So I should have kept walking along the banks. I'll find out on the way back. Anyway, since this thing is covered in packed down snow, I think it's time to put on the ice spikes. There we go, we're set. Micro spikes are perfect for this sort of thing. I mean, you don't want to wear them on like a hard surface. They are perfect for sinking in the snow a little bit. They just give you that grip. All right, let's talk a little safety. So you heard me talk about the trail, about the research I did. I have the Kananaskis Trail guide, that all trail stuff. People only using that do much more research than all trails or all fails, as I've seen it called. I have my Garmin InReach. I have told someone where I'm going. I always do that. I always have my person, right? I have food, I have water. It's a nice day. Yeah. Know yourself, know the trail, know your gear. All right, I'm at an intersection. That didn't take long. Cox Hill, this way. The sign actually doesn't really tell you which way to go. So if you're turning around at all, you just got to figure it out for yourself, right? Use a compass or whatever app on your phone will tell you what direction you're pointing. I've already layered down. Parking lots are always cold. They're an open space and the wind just comes shooting through them. Once you get your blood going and then you're in the middle of a forest, usually a layer comes off. This is a cut line. Do see tracks up here and I even see someone cut, but this is much more prominent and Jill says to turn right off that cut line, so there's even little diamonds, so keep all that in mind. Now apparently the climbing up Cox Hill really begins. First break, first push. A lot of climbing. Get some water in me. Phew. Lots of work, but it's coming. This is the big meadow that you can see the road just over top, so you can see the elevation that's already been gained. Whew. It's coming along. Looks like we got a nice little break right here. Little flat part, relatively flat anyway. That's why you can only come out and do trails that are packed down already at this time of year. Like, see? That's approaching the knee. If I was breaking through this, it would be a nightmare. I'd be turning back, but I'm just walking on top because people have been up and down this thing a lot already. I'm still climbing, not as steep though. All it takes is a climb is a hike like this to show just how much snow truly is out in the mountains. This isn't even the mountains, this is the foothills. And keep in mind right now, Calgary is basically clear snow. That's never fun. Actually coming down off a lump right now. Whoop. Oh, I'm starting to break through. Oh boy, don't want that. Hot chocolate's nice to have on a break. I know most people save this until the summit, but what I have found is summits are not places you usually want to hang out. I mean, it's windy right now. You can hear it in the trees. So the summit is probably going to be like me getting hammered with wind. I'm cold and I want to leave, so. Well, that little view of Cox Hill, you know, you just see it quickly through the trees. I thought you like broke out, but then you just carry on, so. Still showing us 1.9 kilometers away on Maps Me, so I mean, plenty of work to do still. By the way, these are one of my smartest purchases in my mind. I just went to like Value Village or Goodwill, one of those places, and I picked up 2 of them. And then I figured out which one was the best and actually found that that one kept it just like scalding hot for too long. So I think this one is actually the one that doesn't do quite as good a job. Because I mean, who the hell wants scalding hot stuff, right? I mean, you want it to be hot, but you know, yeah. Starting to open up a little bit. Another reason to follow people on Facebook when it comes to shoulder season is, if it wasn't for these tracks, I would have absolutely, wow, that is hilarious. I was just saying, I would have absolutely no idea where to go. Not one clue. There's not been a single marking, flagging, zero that I come across. I haven't seen one of these since I like had that little turn off the trail. Whoa. Big breakthrough. Ugh. That little turn off the trail off of the cut line. Oh, all right. Sheesh, whip out your phone and next thing you know, all hell starts breaking loose. This little view. There's Calgary's downtown. You can see the difference even just coming this far makes, right? Pretty clear snow down here. Whew. Elevation, trees, well, different story. All right, here's a real viewpoint. You can even see their steps up here. Nice. Awesome. Sweet. Well, all I gotta say, I mean, this time of year you take whatever you can get, right? But this hike has been pretty much forest. So Jill actually suggests you do the other side. Of course, you wouldn't be able to do that now. But I guess that way is a lot more scenic. That is coming up from the Lusk Pass trailhead. I'm tired. My legs are not in shape. I stopped for quite a while. I've had problems with my back this winter, and I've been working on it. You know, these little day hikes are testers, but in the meantime, my legs have gone to hell. So, I mean, this is only my second one of the year, right? I did Canyon Creek, but other than that, I think I stopped November 3rd or something. So, yeah. Winter rest. I mean, in past years, I have tried to go hiking at least once or twice a month on whatever, but this year, not so much. Whew, I can feel it. Remember that whole ABI thing? This is a little bit of ABI danger. Yeah, it's pretty steep. I think it's too steep to really cause a thing, but I mean, yeah, this is a little bit of danger. Oh, oh wow, okay. Gotta get up this thing. Starting to get a view, but it's gonna get a whole lot better up there. This is the lower Cox Hill Peak. Well, finally got a view to hike with. Here's that one road, this is where I've come from. Look at all this over here, it looks fine. Is it just totally deceiving? You know, like Deer Ridge and 70 Buck and all that sort of thing over there. That might be the next place to go, but I don't know. This over here doesn't look too bad, but I mean, there's really, all this is closed down here, so it's kind of difficult to get to any of that right now. You would end up having to hike all the way back on the road or something. That's no fun. So close. This part's steep. Oh. Woo. Oh. This here is Moose Mountain. You can see the lookout. I'm not quite done. That over there is the main top of Cox. These maps me is showing the top of Cox over there is 500 meters. Really? It looks like 200 meters. But you're not going to come down that. Well, there's footprints heading over there, and I want to accomplish the goal, so way to go. See the ledges there, the cornices? You do not wander over to a ledge at this time of year unless you can see the grass right there. All right. Well, I'm back off the peak. You get up over this and walk into the flat, and that's what shows is Cox Hill. Down here is where I'm gonna sit and have my hot chocolate because no more wind. It is nice and peaceful down here. Cheers to my first real peak of the year. I mean, this is a hill, right? But still, I think it was 1,000 meters based on the Kananaskis Trail guide. So that's a solid climb, especially most of the time I was walking on top of the snow, which definitely takes more energy, right? So yeah, this is, I don't mind this at all. Right now my back feels okay. It's usually after things that my back acts up, but I think it's getting stronger in my lower back. So yeah, that's, I'm gonna have to put out a video talking about it. We YouTubers, we're awful for that. We don't talk about the toll that this takes on our bodies. We just act like we were born to do this. And you know what? None of us are, none of us were, yeah, we're not. We're not. We all have problems. Even people who do insane things, things happen, right? So anyway, yeah, cheers. Looks pretty good for snow, right? Looks pretty clear, just some patches. That's as deep as I can get them. Yeah, it's deceiving. Right here, there's plenty of snow, obviously. All right, I'm back at the lower peak. Now, Jill in the Kananaskis Trail guide, she talks about an alternate way. See here, the trail is about in here. You walk into the trees, but you can clearly see what she means. You walk up there, walk all the way down this, right, and then you rejoin with the trail. There is snow kind of on top of it right now. I could probably maybe do it. The thing is, I'm gonna have to re-intercept the trail. I never saw anything obvious coming off the trail, and it would be 50 to 100 meters, who knows how much, walking through the trees, and this, you know, the snow is knee to hip deep, so I think that's a pass. Anyway, just showing that, you know, when you're standing here, you can easily see what she's talking about, right? And I think that would be just fine. All right, you know what I always say, this part here is steep. Careful the way back, right? This hike is not over. I reached my objective, but I'm not back to the car yet. Okay, that was definitely the hardest part of my day, coming back down this thing. Now it's just a long walk through the bush, slightly downhill most of the time, which is nice. So yeah, it's going to be just a pleasant walk out of here. So I've run into 3 other people here on this trail, and all 3 of them have dogs, and all 3 of them are off leash. And like a week ago, a dog was killed by a bear, off leash, of course. There was 2 dogs who went at the bear. So the one dog died, and then of course they went back and killed the bear. I love dogs. I think it's great people bring them out here, but you know, if they're off leash, you know, like, who has control over their dog when there's a bear? Especially because usually people bring big dogs, big territorial dogs. Maybe a little dog just goes and hides underneath your feet, I don't know. But, I mean, really. Apparently they even use bear spray on this bear to dissuade it, but, I mean, are the dogs, do they use them on their own dogs too, so they can dissuade the dogs? Because the bear is just defending itself against 2 dogs. So, yeah. That's all I can say, man. Just be aware. If you bring your dog out here and it's off leash, you are risking your dog, the bear, and probably those people got fined as well, on top of the rather traumatic experience of watching their dog die, you know, at the hands of a bear. So, yeah. Ugh. Maybe don't make videos and walk too. Obviously, I can't multitask. It's amazing how much faster this goes. I mean, on the snow, you practically slide. And of course, just going slightly downhill. It took me 2 hours and 40 minutes to get from the parking lot to the last peak there, so quite interested to see how long it takes me to get down. I remember this. Oh, this does the soul good. I haven't done enough of this. Alright. Get down here, it's certainly a different story, isn't it? A few patches of snow, but yeah. You just never can tell. It's just the one little section up there that's clear of snow. Down here, there's more of it again. Here's the sign. This Tom Snow, I wonder, might be a good future one, because it does look like it is tramped down. And back here, last time I came the wrong way. Let's see what happens down here. There is a bridge after all. Not the first time I've been like, well, Jill says, but I guess not. And then it turns out it was me that was wrong. That's pretty. All right, there's the parking lot. So here, this is the way I went, right? Because right away, Jill says to turn right. So that's the horse. That'll bring you down to the water. Go on this one. And it'll bring you to the bridge. Well, I gotta admit, I had slowed down on the way down. You know, with that snow, it's just really easy. Sometimes you break through it and stuff. It's easy to twist a knee or something, right? So 2 hours, 40 minutes on the way up, 2 hours, 20 minutes on the way down. But yeah, it's really nice to get something in. You know, you're just kind of blessed at this time of year to get anything accomplished at all. It is the middle of April, right? Well, a little bit later actually, but yeah. And yeah, I mean, it is quite nice. I mean, it is pretty forested. I mean, yeah, I would do it from the other side, the way Jill, or try to do a through loop. I think that'd be pretty cool. But you know, beggars can't be choosers at this time of year. And that was a nice walk. That was a nice peak. Get out there and hike.